All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children, listen, learning, and to the Bahash, the house of David. All right, this is Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp coming to you with a sit down. All right, but without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get into it. It's going to be on really various topics, but we're going to start in the book of 2nd Esdras and chapter 15. All right, and Lord willing, be edifying unto the body. Whoever want to read first.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. This is 2nd Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
God, so this is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through the Spirit saying, speak unto my people, the words of prophecy. And what is prophecy? To tell what's going to happen, what's coming. All right, what is to be done. All right, to prophesy. All right, and he said, tell his people. All right, so it's our job, Abaratazah, we are those men, all right, to tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds, all right, if your father your father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, all right, it is our job to tell you, to warn you of the things to come, to let you know that, that we are in the end days. All right, we're in the last moment of the last days. All right, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and you can tell that from the signs. All right, from uprising of the people, from wars and rumors of wars. All right, and everything that is going on, from the draconian measures, laws that are being pushed out to strip away your so-called freedoms. Right here in the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right, and Babylon the Great. All right, Rome, aka Rome 2.0, aka Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, aka Egypt. All right, this is all being done in what the world calls America. All right, in the land of the home, the free, and the brave, which is really the land of the abominable and the wicked. And who co-signs rape, robbery, and murder. Okay?
God, I precept.
God.
This is the book of Luke 1 and 70, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. And I just brought out to back up the point, that in the first verse of 2nd Esdras 15th chapter, that the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai puts these words in the prophet's mouth. We're not speaking out of our own interpretation.
Right. There's no private interpretation. Right. Roughly paraphrasing scripture, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to make sure that his that the job that he set forth gets done the way that it needs to be done. All right.
I'll grab that real quick too.
Talk.
If you want to grab Isaiah 34 and just the first verse.
Okay. There you go.
It says, this 2 Peter 1 and 20, knowing this verse, that no prophecy of Scripture is of any private interpretation.
God, there is no private interpretation when it comes unto prophecy, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has already ordained it. All right, He's made His secrets known unto the prophets, so that the prophets can warn His people first and foremost. All right, and give the judgment to these other nations, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is just. All right, and he is righteous in all His doings. So He's letting these other nations, letting them know, what they're going to see the lake of fire for. For the things and the atrocities that they have done unto His people. All right, and that there's still more to answer for 1,000 years. And the man that you believed in, all right, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, and his philosophy that you believed in led you astray, led you to be out of order. All right? You not understanding that, hey, as you live deliciously under a righteous rule.
Kind of, just to make a quick point that, there's only one way, there's only one way, there's only one truth.
Oh.
Okay, the scriptures describe Yahushua as faithful and true. All right, and then Yahushua is also what? His testimony is the spirit of prophecy. So his prophecy being the truth, all right, there's only one correct, one sound doctrine. All right.
Oh. One sound doctrine. All right, that one sound doctrine gives order unto life itself. All right? Because it's ordained by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right? The very essence, the living water. All right? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that in therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it.
Come on, let the earth hear. Let the whole entire earth hear, and those who are on the earth hear of the things that are to come and what are to come of it. All right? To let you know that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. All right? Who you nations really are, including the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Coming back to your heritage. It's really about everybody coming back to their heritage and remembering who they are and remembering their place in the order of things. All right? It is first and foremost the Israelites. All right? This message belongeth unto you. Hey, this is a special delivery. All right? It has to be what do they call it? You got to sign for it. All right? It's that delivery that you have a tracking receipt. All right? And that receipt is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right? He knows everything. He knows his elect. He knows his sheep. All right? And that's why his word is going out and it's tracking first and foremost the 144,000 elect men. All right? But the rest of the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right? And to get this receipt, all right, to get what is it called? To get the receipt, or to get the product, all right, or whatever goods that you want to liken it to, it's the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, and it only can be received. It only can be received by the elect. Okay, it can only be received by the elect. 2/3 of our own nation are going to deny it. All right, so you can only receive it if you, Abaratazah, be a part of the elect. All right, and keep and continue to the end. Okay. Believe on the testimony and the account.
That's Romans 11:7. You want to continue on?
Okay.
Second Esdras 15:2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
God, they are faithful and true. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai calls this to be written in paper. They are faithful and true. All right, these words will not fail. All right, here it is. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave us. All right, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. All right, whose father's line goes back. It is you he gave the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, starting with the men. All right, and the women and the children are to follow in order after the order of the men. All right, matter of fact, I'm going to read Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. And it reads, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. It's like your day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all. All right, according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. All right. So this leads to good success for the nation of Israel. Mm-hmm. All right. This is that very success that is given to us. This is what sets us apart from everybody.
Right. You know, we would have never went off. We wouldn't have gotten jacked up. You know, by the Lord.
God.
There would have been no reason for a chastisement. You know. You want to read down to verse 9 on that?
God, I was gonna read down. Can you pull Deuteronomy 2? Deuteronomy 4. It's like I said, Deuteronomy 2. Yeah. Continuing on. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh thy power is with thee. Whatsoever thou goest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we know Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is with us wherever we go. As long as we adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability on this side.
Right, and you know the prophecies to come. We're in the midst of Jacob's trouble now. You know, but we're not in the thick of it. You know, and as these prophecies continue to push forward, it's going to come with some trying times. All right, that we are to bear. But what did it say? You know, back in second Esdras, you know that all these prophecies are written in paper so that they'd be found faithful and true. But what's the ending of it all? The ending of the story is that the Israelites, you know, coming back, the elect of Israel anyway, is going to be saved, you know, by Yahushua, that horn of salvation. All right, and that these other nations going to get their judgment, you know, but the elect will be, you know, saved out of it. All right, and that's comforting. That's that Romans 15:4. No, that's where we find comfort in these scriptures.
God.
Right? And that's what the Holy Spirit is, the comforter. All right?
God, because that's everything. It's everything that we need. All right? It's everything that we need. We cannot do anything without the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? We're not a nation that could lead itself. We don't do well. All right? We don't do well without our power.
All right. That's where the faith, comes in. And then that courage, knowing, the latter end of everything. Yeah, is the destruction and judgment that continues to come out, and the rumors of war. Everything that's prophesied about in this book. Yeah, it's going to be a sight to see. A time like no other, as it says in the book of Daniel. But at the same time, we have the comfort of these scriptures. Not to hold to hold on. To cleave unto the word. All right, and walking in faith, knowing that Yahweh Shem Shai got our back.
You can go ahead and pull that.
Deuteronomy 4 and 5, starting at verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh Shem Shai my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to persuade it.
All right, so Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, has taught the nation of Israel, all right, laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, so that we may be, that particular peculiar treasure unto him. All right, so that we can perform his will. All right, he has a special people for a special job. And that happens to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those whose father's line goes back. All right?
Come.
Be of the speckled birth.
Come. Hey, and okay, so I'm gonna grab this precept too real quick, unless you got something.
No, go ahead.
But he said, to go and that these are the laws. Can you read that last verse real quick?
Let me just read it again. Let me see. Start at here we go. That ye should do so in the land whether you go to persuade.
Yeah, to go and possess it.
Possess it. Right.
All right, right. So we should be doing these things to go possess the promised land. All right?
Mm-hmm.
To go possess Israel. These were things that we had to do. We had to walk in faith. What happened in the book of was that I believe it was Numbers. When the reason why we got lost in the wilderness was because we didn't have the faith,
Yep.
to continue on into the promised land. What are we doing now? We're rebuilding that faith, through the elect, through the apostles, through the 100% doctrine.
Right.
All right, we're coming back into the laws. First we had to get the laws. Moses had to go, up to the Lord, and receive the laws, to give them to the children of Israel.
Right.
All right, it's the same thing now. We're coming back
ourselves.
right, coming back in that remembrance, but then we're rehearsing those righteous acts, and that's what I have pulled.
God.
Now, this is Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of the drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
God. Hey, that righteous acts. The righteous acts are what's calling us back. All right? Yahweh Shem Shai is calling us back through these acts.
Oh.
All right? Through the believing, so we're not roaming around. Here it is. We've been roaming around in the wilderness. All right? Hey, when you wake up to the truth, you feel refreshed. All right? You literally feel, all right, like you feel the dry bones. All right? You feel refreshed when you hear the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. You feel refreshed as you start learning these scriptures. All right? And when you get the breakdowns and the milk. All right? These are things that refresh you. Okay? And they bring you unto the gate. All right? Seeking after Yahweh Shem Shai. Seeking his word. All right? For the obviously for the 1/3. All right? Because 2/3 don't even regard it. All right? 2/3 of you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you hate sound doctrine. All right? You hate anybody telling you what to do. You don't like to be told what to do. Can't nobody tell you shit. You know everything. All right? You know how you got here. You know where you're going. You make your own money in the whole 9 yards. Which is false because you don't even make your own money. All right? Yahweh Shem Shai controls that for you. All right?
And so the elect, is going to be delivered from the noise of the archers, which is the ICBM missiles. The final, that lake of fire here in Babylon the Great. Okay, and the elect's going to be the one calling on the name of the Lord, and practicing these laws to the best of their ability. All right, and then that's who's also going to get that leadership. Who's going down to the gates. The 144,000 are those leaders. That are going to be put in place. But it starts from even though that they were predestinated souls from the beginning, from the foundation of the world. All right, they still had to put in that footwork.
God.
They're still the men doing, out there on the highways and byways, putting in that footwork.
It wasn't just given unto them.
Right. You still had to earn it. What does it say in is that Peter's again? That given all diligence to make the calling of an election sure.
Yep.
Because it's easy for the Most High to replace you if you aren't doing His will. I got something to go back into second Esdras if you want.
Yep. We're doing second Esdras is the focus, but wherever the Spirit takes us in between.
I wanted to get deeper into second Esdras.
Yeah.
That was all right.
Hey, we could just let the Spirit flow. Let it go.
So this is 2 Peter 3:1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance.
God, Yahweh Shem Shai stirring up the pure minds with the way of remembrance. knowing and understand, all right, as you read these scriptures, you start to understand that, hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai did say, I knew thee before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Mm-hmm.
Before I formed thee in the womb, I knew thee, roughly paraphrasing scripture. All right? He knew, and he had this already predestinated. He already knew what was going to happen. Read that one more time, Salaki.
This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance.
So I stir it up. All right? I mix it up. I stir it up to bring you back into remembrance. To remember the ancient. All right? The ancient ways. And the ancient of days.
Right. The former things.
Right.
Because all the things of the old are going to be new again. They're going to be renewed. Okay?
There's nothing new under the sun.
Right. But also, you stir up a pure mind, because the Israelites have a pure mind. Somewhere in their bugged out, state.
Right.
There's still that pure minds, as the brother broke it down. They got a button, that's being pushed. The elect's getting their button pushed.
God.
The other ones are the dry bones, that are deactivated right now.
They have zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Right, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is pushing that button on the elect. Stirring up the pure mind. The ones that haven't had they mind seared with a hot iron. All right, not falsely indoctrinated.
God.
All right, I'm gonna continue on in verse 2. That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandment of us the apostles of the Lord and Savior. All right, be mindful. Be mindful of the words that the holy prophets, the ones set up by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, are speaking. Because it's a matter of life and death. This leads to that salvation. All right, but we know through prophecy that the majority of Israel is not going to adhere.
God. As a matter of fact, this is the book of, and just to bring it out, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai brought you back into remembrance, all right, of what you're supposed to do and who you are. All right, who we are as a nation. All right, but who you are as an individual, being a man of Israel out on the highways and byways. All right, being who you are of the Abaratazah, of the elect number of the 1/3, whether it be man, woman, or child. All right, hearing this word, but chiefly to the prophets. All right, to give your testimony and to give the account of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, ye men of Israel. All right?
Mm-hmm. What does it mean to be sanctified? All right, to be made holy. Okay, and right now the elected is separate, from the rest of the world. The rest of the world of Israel, I should say. And also to sanctify is to be baptized in His truth.
God. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump over to verse 17. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and arise, and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed in their faces, lest I confound thee before them. All right, so you don't have to be dismayed for believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, believing on the account. All right, to understand once again that, hey, He is calling you. All right, He's calling you men, women, and children, but chiefly you men of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, that 144,000 elect men. Okay?
I had a quick pray. This is Ephesians 5 and 26. That He might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. That was just to prove that, sanctification is baptism, which is the washing of the word. You know, believing and through repentance, believing on Yahweh Shem Shai. If you more precepts,
Okay. Yeah, I was just about to. What's up? That's spirit. Go ahead. So we can get back into second Esdras.
Okay. This is second Esdras 15, verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
God, fear not the imagination of what somebody can do to you. All right, don't fear of what they can do to you. Matter of fact, huh? You had something?
Oh no. As you talking, it was coming.
It's like it.
Pull what you was saying after.
Yeah, so it's like you read that again. It's like you.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
God, fear not the imagination against thee. All right, don't let them change your program. All right, change your testimony. All right, there's no room for fear.
Right.
All right, Yahweh Shem Shai didn't give us the spirit of fear.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Actually,
I was going to go with Matthew 10 and 28.
Yeah.
Go.
This is Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
God, hey, fear him. Fear Yahweh Shem Shai that is able to kill both body and soul in this hell. All right, and matter of fact, he said in hell. All right, letting you know that this is hell. This is the condition that you're under. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and whose father's line goes back, because these curses clingeth unto you.
Right, like you ever see the bug out on the corner, who ain't got no legs, is completely mentally destroyed. That's a hell.
God.
And he probably got that judgment from the Lord, doing some wicked shit.
God.
I got a pretty. This is 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 10. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciences.
Hey, we were made manifest to Yahweh Shem Shai. How? All right? How? By the foolish of preaching. All right? By the foolishness of preaching. Rehearsing the righteous acts. This is the only way that we are seen truly of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
All right? Because if you're not doing the work of Yahweh Shem Shai, he's not paying attention. All right? He might have somebody looking upon you to watch your ways. All right? But he is not paying attention to you. Okay? So Yahweh Shem Shai is making sure, all right, making sure that everything is going according to plan.
Okay. That's why we bring up the prophecies and the destruction to come forth, because that should it should scare you. It's like a scare tactic.
Gone.
Which honestly we don't care if you believe in it or not, because we're just blowing the trumpet. All right, we're fulfilling the duty that was commanded of us. The preaching of this word to the rest of the nation. But at the same time, that image of destruction should fear you into repentance.
2 and 13.
You want me to go into? I'm gonna go back to
Yeah.
2 Esdras 15 and 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their faithfulness. For all the unfaithful. That is you 2/3. All right? And matter of fact, that's some of you so-called brothers in the truth. All right? Who, hey, examine yourself if ye be in the truth. All right? those of you who have sold out, who listen to these other groups without the full doctrine, the full testimony of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, all right, you're not really in the truth. You don't really believe on the account of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, you Sicarialites, all right, you don't believe on the account. Here it is, y'all doing videos talking about Yahushai. You think Yahushai's cool with that? All right, you think you're gonna get a round of applause? All right, you think this is gonna bid you onto the ceremony? All right, you're a walking abomination unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, you are an abomination unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for your lascivious acts. All right, from your fucked up Passovers. All right, your fucked up Passovers. All right, and the blasphemy that you commit continuously. All right, not saying that you don't have any knowledge. Hey, you have a zeal, all right, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, but just not according to all knowledge. Right. All the knowledge that he has right here for you. All right, and here it is. You started with GMS. All right, you started with the apostles. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakal. All right, after the doctrine, the men who are out on the highways and byways laboring before you, 30, 40 plus years, the elders and the deacons and so on and so forth. Right. But you wanted that worldly fame. And it goes to show because it's in your actions and everything that y'all do.
Yeah, what they have knowledge, but they don't have understanding, you know, because that true understanding would have prevented them from doing it, you know. You don't got the oil. God,
you lack the oil. And if you had the oil, it leaked all out.
You ain't never had it because of the understanding wasn't there.
Yeah, God, that's what Apostle Akbar said.
If you're not putting these words into action, then you know
you've never had it.
Right.
God. Hey.
So you need all those things: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And primarily, you know, first and foremost, you need the
fear. The
fear, right? Because without fear, you have no knowledge to begin with.
God, read that again.
Verse 4 is 2nd Esdras 15:4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And you were found unfaithful. All right? Here it is. You're doing all the acts to be found unfaithful.
The whole, the whole nation of Israel, you know, that doesn't believe, you know, the 2/3, the same.
You're going to pull that up here.
You know, the same thing that you know, the same thing that's preventing you from getting the truth is going to be the downfall of you.
God.
This is Zechariah 13:8. And it should come to pass that in the land, said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein.
All right, so 2 parts should be cut off and die. All right, 2/3 of that nation, of the nation of Israel, our own nation, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans will be cut off and die. All right, because you care not. You care not for the testimony of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You lean upon your own understanding and go about your own way. All right? You believe that you manifest everything yourself. All right? It's that, what is that thing called? Y'all know that, The Secret. All right? The Secret, the law of attraction. Right? This is what you believe in. You believe that you did all this yourself. Lo and behold, you got Jeremiah still? Yes. Jeremiah 2 and 13?
Okay. You know, it's receiving the benefits that you know you have not known, because what the Most High, you know, created us to be in His image.
Yep.
You know, from the beginning. So He created us, you know, as you know, gods. You know?
God, hey, you were made in the image of gods.
Right.
You are gods.
Psalms 82:6.
You know,
but
one of my favorites.
But so you have the you know, to power, you know, you have that power inside of you, you know, to be a create. You're not going to be Yahweh, you know, you're not going to be Yahweh Shai,
right?
But you have the power inside of you to you know, do great things, all right? But who controls it all? You know, that's the thing that you're missing. So your level, has a cap to it.
God, I was just about to say that.
You got a ceiling, that only goes so far, and the riches that you seek for, are really a vanity.
Right.
It's all cars, clothes, things of this world. All right. But look, the prophets, as it says in John, we are not of this world.
God.
All right, and the glory in heaven can't be compared to the earth.
Right. Hey,
To what's on earth.
it's two different types of glory. All right, and the glory of this world, this isn't even glory.
Right.
All right, this is abominable. This
Right.
is an altar. This is an altar fit for sacrifice.
Right. This is just a big sacrificial altar, and whose blood is going to get shed on it is Esau, and you 2/3, and some of the heathen going to get caught up in that mess too.
God.
But Babylon the Great, it's mostly for Esau, Edom, and the 2/3.
God. Hey, this is the biggest altar. Then you'll have smaller altars around the world. All right, wherever ICBMs hit. All right, it's all abominable unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, that's why judgment has to go forth and be brought out. All right, for all the abominable acts. You got it?
Yeah, it's Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the foundation of living waters.
God, so 2/3 forsaking Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, Yahushai being the foundation of the living water. All right, you forsook him. You cared not. You cared not about his sacrifice. You basically said, "Oh, your blood ain't no good." All right, your money ain't good here. All right, because we were paid for by the blood. All right, of Yahushai. All right, he made sacrifice and payment unto Yahweh so that he could bring us back. That's why he's our Lord. All right? That's why he's big bro. All right? That's why when you say his name, you should have that fear and reverence. Y'all 2/3 out there will be like, you follow after Birdman, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on Yahweh by Shem Yahushai's name.
Oh.
All right? Give it, hey, give that name its due diligence and its power. A name that the heathen tremble at. All right? Go ahead and continue on that.
I'm not the butcher of the word. Okay, and hid them out. Cisterns. Broken cisterns that could hold no water.
Right. So broken cisterns that could have hold no water. And a cistern is like a pitcher. All right. Easiest way to say it. Yeah, like a pitcher that would hold water.
Like a canteen.
A canteen. All right.
So it's like and that go into the, trying to put old or new wine in
Into an old bottle.
Right.
You know.
It's gonna leak out.
You're right. You can't do it. All right. So, hey.
Can you drop down to verse 21 on that?
Come.
Too?
Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed.
Right. So the Lord made Israel righteous. All right. He planted that holy vine. Separate with the good morals of the laws of the Lord. To be better than these other nations. Okay.
How they are thou turned into a degenerate
Degenerate. You good?
plant of a strange vine unto me.
God. How? All right, through not following the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, for not following and being obedient unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right. And what do it mean when somebody is a degenerate, man? The lowest of the low.
God.
This is what You know, what did it say in Deuteronomy 28 and 36 or 37? You'll be an astonishment, a byword, and a proverb, or a proverb and a byword.
God.
All right, you'll be looked at, you know, as nothing compared to all these other nations.
Actually, jump back down to 14 right quick.
14. Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant?
Are you a servant? All right, we're a servant of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're not to be a servant of these other nations. All right, go ahead.
Is he a homeborn slave?
All right. Are we homeborn slaves? All right, but this is the estate that they keep us in. All right, this is the estate. Hey, 2/3 choose to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you choose to stay in. All right, go ahead.
Why is he spoiled?
All right, and we're spoiled. Why? Hey, we're spoiled through this devil. All right, we're spoiled through the devil, through the trinkets of the devil. All right, everything that you hold so high in value, high in stature. All right, all the things that you give your energy unto. All right, for whether it be your wife, whether it be your child, whether it be your job, your car. All right, your false religion. All right, because hey, you make your lifestyle fit you instead of you fitting Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and that's a trick. That's one of the greatest tricks that Esau Edom has given you. All right, Aleister Crowley, do as thy will. All right, the illusion of free will. This is that has kept you in captivity so long. That has kept you as having that Stockholm syndrome. All right, you can drop down verse 22.
22. Jeremiah 2 and 22. For through thou which thee with Nero. Wait, no, I just said that. What?
Wash thee with
The what? Neighbor. Oh, neighbor.
nitrate.
Nitro? You say nitro?
Is that right?
I don't think.
Yeah, nitrate.
Nitro, you were right.
Mhm.
Nitrous. Let me start that over, Shalaki. For through thou which wash thee with nitrate, and take thee much soap, yet ye, and I got it, iniquity and
Yet ye thine iniquity.
Iniquity. Why?
Is that's all right.
Iniquity
Just take your time.
is marked before me, said Yahweh Shem Yahushua thou power.
God. All right. So hey, you got to be washed. All right. And even though that you're washed in Salakia, I'm gonna read it again for the. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, in verse 22. For thou, Salakia, for though thou wash thee with nitrate and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith Yahweh. Power. All right, so the iniquity is marked, even though you tried to wash it away. All right, and you can't truly wash it away unless you repent. All right. All right, you want to go back?
Yeah, so
Not a problem.
this is book of 2nd Esdras 15.
Oh, Salakia. I forgot to read down. So read down, Salakia. I was having to read down, then we go back. Read down to 23.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 2 and 23. How couldn't thou say, I'm not polluted?
So how can you say that you're not polluted? All right? 2/3 of you say that you're not polluted. Why? All right, because you want you have the lust of this world. All right, the lust of this world is what you cling on to. All right.
I have not gone after Balaam. See thee way in the valley. Know what thou hast done.
All right. Know what you have done. All right. Know what you have done. You have offended Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. You have offended for these particular things, these atrocities that you have committed and that we committed as a nation. All right? But the difference is waking up and coming back and being in remembrance to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You could drop that. All right? And to being called back into remembrance to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? To hearken unto the law, statutes, and commandments that were given unto us. Right? The nation of Israel. Okay? It's lucky. All right? Second address? We're on 3? 4? Oh, no, 4.
Or 5.
5. We're on 5.
Come. Second Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Hey, how about Shem Yahushua is turning Esau, Edom's playing against them. All right? But in a righteous, in a recompense. All right?
Right.
Because Esau, Edom's is rape, robbery, and murder. All right? Which there's nothing righteous about that act right there. All right? Rape, robbery, and murder are not righteous acts. Okay? But this is this man's MO. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give him a recompense, and that recompense is going to be the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right? The pestilence that are going out. All right? Whether it be the icky vicky,
monkeypox.
all right? The sword. All right? The sword coming down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? The powers that be. All right? The unrighteous decrees that allow them to do as they will. All right? We are coming into a time where these laws that have been put there, all right, and have been sitting and just waiting for the opportunity to come full force. All right, that is going to allow that sword to what is the word I'm looking for? Have exemption. All right, have exemption in their penal codes.
Right, because that's all Esau Edom here to do is really cause hell for you Israelites. That's all they really here for. And then once in the kingdom, they're gonna be the main workhorse of rebuilding of the kingdom.
Hey, they're going to be on. They are going to be the dangerous job.
Right.
All right, the world's dangerous jobs. That belongs to Esau Edom. All right? Whatever it is, it's going to be done. We don't know how you're going to get it done, but I bet you and tell you what, you're going to get it done. Through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to get it done. And you're going to get it done righteously and right.
Right.
All right? Here it is. You devils have committed so many atrocities against the nation of Israel. Buck breaking. Ripping families apart. So on and so forth. All right, and that's just basic stuff that's known throughout history. All right, and the stuff that's not even known about, that's not even spoken of. All right, we still will not do the things that you have done unto the nation of Israel and to other people. All right, because it is unrighteous and unjust. It is foul. All right, you're a demented, sick little man. All right? Your whole nation is sick. All right? And cannot be cured.
That's the true cancer.
Right. We have a physician. All right? The nation of Israel is sick, but we have a physician. And our physician is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? Famine. You see famine right now. Here it is. The storehouses are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. All right? You have these
12,000 bullets just died.
Yeah. All right? Hey, and you got all these all the pestilence that's happening not only to the people but to the livestock. All right? You have manufacturing plants being burnt down. How is it all of the sudden, these manufacturing plants get burnt down all around the same time?
They're number 97 right now.
All right. Hey, how? How? All right. It's through man. All right. It's through that. It's through that bloody and deceitful man. That bloody and deceitful man is doing that, but ultimately it is through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. Everything's going to plan. All right. That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai says you cannot do anything against the truth, only for the truth. All right. So it doesn't matter what you do. Hey, it's always right on time to plan. All right, to prove His word that He cannot lie. All right, you help Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai forward, not a lie. Hey, Slaki, you're on a different path of the straight and narrow. All right, on the left hand side, Esau, Edom. All right, and those who follow after him. You're on the path to destruction, but you cannot go left or right. You have to stay on that destructive, straight and narrow path, so His word can be performed. All right, go ahead, Salaki.
You good? This second Esdras 15 in verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Hey, wickedness has reached unto the heavens. All right. I can't even say anything. Just hey, man, like we was talking about before, like with the special people,
Party clowns.
Yeah, party clowns.
Right, they used to have they used to have a thing, you had to, you were in the, what do they call it, in the closet?
Right.
Right? Now it's open.
Right.
There ain't no closet no more.
Right. This is it. Hey, came out the closet. R. Kelly song.
And, yeah, there's no more, and the ones that are, they're just two lives. They have two lives.
Right.
Yeah, they wife and everything at home, and then they go out and do what they do.
Right, creeping on the down low.
And that's more, especially out in like Atlanta. That's a big
yeah, San Francisco
city. Well, they just out running rampant in Frisco.
Yeah.
Like that's where like the main
home base.
Yeah, that's like one of the home bases for the those events.
Yeah, Tel Aviv.
Right? It might be bigger than Tel Aviv. It might not be as big, but yeah, I don't know about that. But I'm gonna continue on verse 7. That's their main goal. You can see how they pushing it throughout the kids. In schools.
Cartoons.
And the cartoons now through Disney.
Hey, boxes of cereal.
No.
Boxes of cereal.
It was Rice Krispie.
Right? Hey.
Oh yeah, they changed the dude, huh?
They
They changed one of them to be a more I don't know.
More special.
More appealing, or what is
more
it?
colorful.
To incorporate
more transitional.
Right. But they do that for more acceptance,
Right.
It's
Everything is not acceptable. All right? And this is exactly the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Everything is not acceptable. Right. Would you accept somebody slapping the shit out of you? All right? Just a random stranger off the street just coming to slap the dog shit out of you. Like Will Smith slap you. All right? Just a perfect stranger. Are you going to accept that? Are you going to accept somebody taking your child? All right? And just saying, you know what? I'm going to raise him now. All right? And these are just little examples, all right, that can affect your world. All right? You know, hey, no. You wouldn't accept none of that stuff that was just said. You wouldn't accept somebody even coming up and just taking your food, all right, or taking your wallet. You're not going to accept it. Everything is not to be accepted. All right? Hey, and the very acceptance, this supposed to be acceptance it contradicts itself of Aleister Crowley's "Do as I will." All right?
For the Lord hateth all abominations, and the righteous do too, or something to that effect. Somewhere in the Apocrypha, but couldn't really find it right now. I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, you can continue.
Verse 7 says, "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves."
Hey, 2/3, all right, because it's all about the nation of Israel, all right? 2/3, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will not suffer you anymore, all right, for the atrocities and the abominations that you have committed, all right, that you continue to commit until this day. All right? So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not okay with that. All right? You will have to answer for it, and you will pay for it. All right? You will pay in full. There is no negotiation. All right?
You good. God, continuing on. "Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually."
Hey, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Hey, where's an account where the innocent and righteous blood cried unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? All right? Did not Cain kill Abel? All right? When Cain killed Abel, what did his blood do?
Cry out.
Cry out, because it was righteous. All right? He was given the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He gave the sacrifice that was efficient. All right? He gave all that he had, and the best of what he had unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You don't think that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua requires that of you? All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? All right? This is the difference between the 2/3 and the 1/3. The 1/3 are given everything that they have within the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and within their measure and the power. All right? Through the measure of faith that each and every brother and sister that believes on the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gives it back unto him.
I got a precept.
Sure.
I'm going to read this next one. I'll pull a precept after that. This is verse 9. It says, "And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them." This is good. You want to break that?
All the innocent blood that is amongst them. All right. So those who are trying to do right, and those who are persecuted. All right, persecuted for giving the account of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, for calling upon His name, for believing upon the testimony. All right, those who are scoffed at, mocked, laughed, and even put to death. All right. And ultimately the whole nation of Israel, but we're only worried about the 1/3 of Israel right now. All right, it is that righteous blood. It is that blood that sprinkled the book, all right, of the offering made unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for the covering of the nation of Israel that covered the entire nation of Israel. But it is the blood of Yahweh Shai for the entire, a better promise. All right? For the entire nation of Israel, but first and foremost for the elect of Israel. All right, the 144,000 elect men, and then the restitute of the then the 1/3 of the rest of the 1/3, and then the entire nation of Israel. All right, there was levels to it. Okay, you got that. You said you got a free.
Yeah, and can you pull Ezekiel 9:4?
Ezekiel 9:4.
Yeah, this is Revelation 18, and I'm going to start at 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
Hey, yeah, how about Shemi Al-Shai said, "Come out of her, my people." All right, so that you don't have to receive any of these atrocities. All right, that you don't have to receive any of these judgments that are to come.
All right, and that's a spiritual, spiritually come out, from these, from the way of living in Babylon the Great. All right, in verse 5, and then it's also talking about the deliverance.
God.
All right, because Yahweh Shema Shah is going to, beam us, Lord willing, we be of the elect. He's going to beam the hopeful elect, or it will be the solidified as the elect at that time. He's going to beam the elect up out of this destruction.
Hey, and just like when the brother said spiritually, all right, and when you spiritually come out of Babylon, you come out of the way of Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, all right. Once you spiritually come out, spiritual manifests physical, all right. So you'll stop doing the abominable things,
Right.
all right. So everything happens spiritually first, okay.
That mind has to change first.
Right, before the actions can follow.
Like how forgot what video I was watching, but Apostle Gabor was saying, before coming into the truth, you have to be a man first, because only man can get this truth. But you have to change, yourself into a man. The truth's not going to make you a man first,
God.
or make you a man after getting the truth. There's an order of the process. You got to be a man before you can receive the truth.
Hey, and it's the steps that are taken that Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai puts you through, the trials that lead you up to being that man to receive the truth. Like the brother said, you only can receive the truth as a man.
Yeah.
All right, if you're a male, all right.
Verse 5 says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities."
For whose sins have reached unto heaven? All right.
Babylon the Great.
Babylon the Great has reached up unto heaven.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was, going back. I could have pulled this a little bit earlier, going back into the wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
God.
All right, but right there it was the destruction. All right, I put it after all the destruction, and that's the reasoning.
Right.
Because the Lord is long suffering, but he fed up. He almost fed up.
Hey, it's like the earth is his footstool, right? Hey, the filth is starting to is almost to his toes.
Right, he need a deep clean.
Right.
That deep clean gonna come by the way of the nuclear missiles.
Right, and nothing. Hey, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai can touch nothing unclean.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So before I touch something unclean, I'll destroy it.
Now that's why that's why that nuclear fire burns up the very elements.
God.
From the earth. All right. I'm gonna read down and then you can pull that if you want anything else. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 10. I was at 10 or 9.
You were at 10.
10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt."
God, hey, 2/3 of his people are led as a flock to slaughter. Right, and chiefly, really, at one point in time, the whole nation of Israel was led as a flock to slaughter. All right, here it is. We were just following along. You believed in Christianity, all right, but through the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, waking up, Elder Albert Bivens, all right, and the men that were under him, now passed it on to Apostle Tahar, all right, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, all right, and the elders and the deacons and the bishops under them teaching the full doctrine, all right. As there's levels to everything. It is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai who quickeneth the spirit. All right, because here it is. Apostle Tahar has the full testimony when his elders before him, he had to give correction unto him. All right, he gave edification, correction unto his elders. All right, but it was for him to forward the message of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He had the measure. They had the measure that was given for the truth to that Alba Bivens had for the truth to be awakened. All right, to be to put you back into remembrance, to stir up your mind. Okay.
Verse 11. But I will bring them.
You had him holding some.
Yeah,
okay.
Put those on the mark of my people that.
Yeah. I forgot. I
think I'm gonna get it at the end of.
It's good.
14.
I didn't know what you had him holding, so I just went to.
That was it though.
Right.
You have them pull it whenever you feel fit. Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Hey, as that's that filth we were talking about. All right. Hey, he did it. Hey, he washed his feet before. All right. He washed his feet. All right, with the flood, with the first death. All right, he washed it and cleansed it. All right.
Right. But there was a covenant made with Noah that he wouldn't destroy the earth with water again.
Right.
All right.
So he said, you know what? That
and that rainbow,
was the promise.
Was that token of, of that promise. The sign of that promise that he wouldn't do it.
The real rainbow.
Right. he gonna burn up all these other rainbows.
Right.
With fire.
Hey.
But. All right, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Hey, Egypt shall mourn.
All right, it's gonna be sad times here in Babylon.
Hey, it's gonna be sad for the merchants. Right. It's gonna be sad for you 2/3. All right. Hey, Abaratazah, we're those men. We're gonna look down. All right. We're gonna have a certain amount of continence about us, but we're gonna be rejoicing. All right. We're gonna be in what is the word I'm looking for? That's the best word I can. We'll be. That's the only thing I can.
Well, that's really when the celebration starts.
Right. Right. Yeah, so, we'll be in that It'll be like that moment before.
The chariots, that's going to be we're going to be celebrating, but we're going to be like, damn.
Right. Paranchas where those men.
Right. Hopeful.
Looking down and seeing the lake of fire with your own eyes. And it's not it's not the sight that us brothers have right now, because all of us wear glasses.
We have that eagle eye, we could zoom in, an eagle could zoom in on, a tiny little mouse.
Right.
Like they got a scope on them.
Hey, man, let's go. Hey. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai says, I will mock you when your fear comes. All right? Hey, and there's going to be a lot of fear, all right, when that account comes, when the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai comes full circle, all right, when that testimony is performed, all right. Go ahead, you can pull.
This is Ezekiel 9:4, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a charagma upon the fort.
No, that's not a charagma. That's a mark.
Yeah, that's a different.
That's what I thought it was. Okay,
yeah.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign and that cry for all abominations that done in the midst thereof.
Go on. So, yeah.
I was thinking like the mark.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Suck you on that.
So, set that righteous mark. All right. Set the bois. All right. All right.
Look it up in that the blue letter.
I don't have.
I don't have my phone.
Yeah, we're using your phone. All right.
Yeah, get that word mark because it's a mark of salvation.
Right. It's that mark of exemption, to be exempt. All right. To have a hall pass, to be excused. All right. Hall pass was the wrong word for you wicked.
And that was the
people.
And that was the Lord telling the angel, because that's who's going to be doing the sifting, because there's so many Israelites, just off of looks, it wouldn't be, right. We don't know the spirits. The angels see the spirits.
Right.
We can only judge a man by the spirit. We think, this guy that looks like another nation could be an Israelite, but we don't know for a fact.
Right. We have to judge the spirit by the spirit, And here it is, we can't talk to every, Israelite man, woman, or person out there, But the spirit beareth witness, right? Because Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai also said, hey, this word won't resonate, with anybody else. All right? They can't believe on the account. All right, in its entirety. All right? It convicts them. Got it?
Yeah, this blue letter, H, 8419. I just play it because I won't say it correctly.
Strong's H 8420. Tav.
Tav. This is mark and a sign of exemption from judgment. Desire mark.
All right. Exemption for judgment, that pass, right? That excuse, that doctor's note.
It's really the mercy from the Lord.
Right. Hey, it's the doctor's note from the physician. All right, Yahweh Shai.
Right.
It was because he's the physician. It was that blood that was the blood that was put upon his elect. All right.
And then go
The examining root. The root examining.
Oh no, I was saying go and read verse 5 too.
Okay.
I believe that goes into the.
This is 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not ye eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
All right.
For the other angels, because the Lord said, one set of angels, to go put the mark on the people, and then as for the other angels, to go find them, the wicked, and he says, spare not.
All right.
Smite the rest of these, wicked, whoever was dwelling in Jerusalem, or whoever wasn't righteous, got took out.
Get rid of them.
Because they're useless. If you're not fulfilling, if you're not what how should I say? If you're not with me, you're against me.
Right. Hey.
All right. Right. He rather you be hot nor cold. Okay.
All right. Hey, that's like Edom calls you useless eaters. All right. You're useless eaters. Hey, you don't even eat. You're famished. All right. You Israelites are famished. All right, because you're not eating the doctrine, the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's what made you in the dead state. All right, you had not the bread nor the water. So what'd you do? You dried up and died. All right, that made you the dry bones in the valley. Okay, you didn't have enough nutrients. There was nothing given unto you where you could sustain your living. All right. You are the walking dead. All right? You're the zombie walking around right now. All right? You can go ahead and continue.
Second Esdras 15 and verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
Hey, nothing's going nothing's going to make it. All right? Nothing's going to make it. And the seeds, the tilling of the ground, all right, is I'm thinking of the parable. What is it? Matthew's. Sower in the seed.
So in the seed.
Yeah. All right. So it's taking root. All right.
You want me to pull?
No, you don't have to pull it. No, you could just reference it. For edification. Just.
What part did you want me to reference?
Yeah. The matter of fact, just get it. Salakia.
You don't want me to pull the whole.
Just get it take root upon stone. I believe it's
This is Matthew 13 and verse
I can't think of the verse.
in verse 5. It says, some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth.
God, so hey, that's the ones that have no deepness of earth, the ones who don't understand, the ones that care not to hearken unto Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai, you will have nothing.
In verse 6 says, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away.
Hey, when the sun was up, all right, and they withered away, all right. Hey, that's given it's a what's the word, metaphor, all right. Yahweh Shemi Al Shai speaks in parables and metaphors.
And I'll go into how Yahushua explained the parable. In the 21st verse, that portion of the parable. Actually, it's going to be the 20th verse, Matthew 13 and 20. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he had no root in himself. It's like, yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Right. So if you're not truly rooted in the word, you're going to be offended of Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai saying. You're going to be offended of his doctrine. You're going to be offended and go another way. All right. You've never had the oil.
You get offended of persecution.
Right.
And you look at how Peter acted, because Yahushua told Peter that when they're going to come to you and you're going to deny me 3 times.
God, before the
right.
cocks crow.
Right? And, that was him being offended of the persecution. So what he tried to say that he wasn't a part of it. Right? Which was his, that was his trial.
God.
And we know, through the end, Peter, redeemed himself. Though a righteous man falls 7 times, still get back up. That added to that, and later did get persecuted as a martyr.
God, hey, it was still required. It was still required. All right, and even more so because that's what he feared.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want to read that one more time? Yeah.
In verse 20.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 13 and 20.
Going down to 22, or is it 21?
It's 20 to 22, 21.
Okay.
Matthew 13 and 20. But he that received the seed into the stony places, the same as he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he hath no root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
John, you're offended. All right, offended, got uprooted, and got burnt up. All right, you got burnt up by the sun. Hey, metaphorically speaking, yeah, that could be the sun. All right, the sun, like a weed. All right, when you pull weeds and you throw them to the ground on the pavement when you're picking weeds, it dries up. All right, all right.
Second Esdras 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, the swords in their hands.
Hey, you're seeing that right now. All right, you're seeing all these Antifa. All right, you're seeing all these groups. All right, these these certain groups. All right, whether they be ex-military, racial groups, or whatever. All right, you have these people rising up. All right, the people against the people. All right, you have a house divided. You have Republicans versus Democrats, liberals. All right, you have what are they called? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But you have divided. You have the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, the ways of the Bible and the ways not of the Bible. All right, that you should adhere to. All right, whether they be heathens. All right, try to adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, but nevertheless, trying to perform the words of the book. Let's just say it that way.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Hey, so what are you seeing in the news more so now? All right, has not gun violence been at an all-time high? All right, has not these certain governors and so on and so forth, people are coming after them. All right, people, they have plots. All right, plotting to and hits on certain government officials and so on and so forth. And planning, what was it? I think it was the Proud Boys or something. Mm-hmm. Who had planned something. All right, for a certain governor or whatever, or senator or whatever. All right, somebody in the branch of the government. All right, they had planned. All right, and I'm gonna let him take over. You verse 14, or your verse Slakia, your verse 15, 17, Slakia.
You have
yeah,
read it?
Yeah.
All right.
Full verse 18, second Esdras and 18.
This is second Esdras.
Slakia 15 and 17.
This second Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Hey, and we're gonna see that here very soon. All right, it almost happened once. All right, and it happened in a way because you had to start giving an account. It hasn't happened fully in full effect here on the shores of America. All right, but China, Australia, all right, India, all right, Israel, the land of Israel. All right, here it is. You couldn't go certain places. All right, but this is coming to a country near you. All right, to a Babylon near you. All right, go ahead.
18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid.
Yeah, hey, here it is. Men are going to be afraid because of their pride. All right, here it is. Men are leaning upon their own understanding and think, hey, I'm Billy Badass. All right, I'm Billy Badass. I got it. You got these, especially you see Jake out here like, man, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Don't you know Yahweh Shemi Shai? If you don't have the covering of Yahweh Shemi Shai, you are vulnerable. All right. You are no better than a woman. All right, out in the street alone. All right, against a group of 4 or 5 guys. All right, you have no strength, Jake, if you don't have Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, he will send Yahweh will send his only begotten son, the deliverer. All right, he will send the comforter and his angels to help us through these times. All right, but if you're not hearkening unto the word, you have no covering, you have no help. You can't call, no one's going to call 911. All right? The strength of your hands, all right, will not work. The strength of your weaponry is not going to work against this devil who has the blessing of the sword. You got a little deuce, AK, and maybe some other, black market stuff that, the elite of Jake, right? Jake in the street have, all right, but it's still not going to do anything to the things that they're holding back. What you going to do against their robot dogs, all right, with cannons?
Cyborgs,
Super soldiers, cyborgs, drones, all right? Hey, all these unrighteous decrees are being put in place so those things can have an open carry license. All right, open carry is and the authority to use deadly force.
They have a lot of new toys that they want to use on Jake.
All right, it's like it's like getting a new car, right? And you want to take it around to all your homeboys and your parents to show them what you just got. Right, same thing. This devil is going to stunt and flex on a new level. All right. Why? Why is he going to do that? All right, because he knows his system is falling. All right. Somebody want to pull Revelation?
Which
The devil will come down with great wrath. Is it 13? 12? 12 and 12? Or is it 12? And then you can go back to that. Yeah.
Revelation 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
He know he hath but a short time. All right, this devil understand. Hey, this devil know and understand. Hey, when the prophecies, where things are supposed to come to pass. All right, he pays you wicked ass Jakes. All right, you wicked ass 2/3 sellout ass Jakes. All right, for the understanding that you have. All right, so he can perform his acts and try to counteract Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right. He searches out because he has the finances. He owns all the technology. He does everything that he can do to try to overturn the blessing and the promises. All right. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 15:19. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Hey, when is that going to happen? You see it a little bit right now, but how much more when your bread costs $27? When there's no eggs and no milk on the shelf. All right, when a bottle of water will cost you $237. All right, a 5-gallon bottle, a thing of water costs you $237. If you can even find a 5-gallon. One bottle of water gonna cost you $20. All right, hyperinflation, as Apostle Tahar talks about all the time. All right, these things are already. Hey, you see the system breaking down. All right, if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, if you're paying attention, if you are on your watch, you're understanding the times that we're in. It's not a game. All right? Men will have no pity. Hey, it's give me what you owe. And give me what I need. So if you owe somebody in that time, know that they're going to come to collect. All right? They're going to try you first. Because you owe them. They're going to try you first. All right? But hey, lawlessness. What is it? Order out of chaos. All right? Go ahead.
20. Behold, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth, and to revere me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them.
God, repay the things that they have done to them. All right? Hey, give me what you owe. All right? You got a pre? I thought you had a pre, Slock. You know, give me what you owe. So it's going to come up that you need to pay back. All right? And you have to answer for it. All right? And all this is judgment. All this is the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And as the brother said, we are now in the midst of Jacob's trouble. All right? Hey, there's certain things going on. All right? It's those birth pains. All right? As Apostle Tahar had deemed this year, the year of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai turning up. And it has not failed. All right? It has not failed. And it has not slacked. There's always, every day in the news, there's always something. All right? 21.
Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in them bosom. This said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai thy power. My right hand should not spare the sinners, and my sword should not seize over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
All right, so once again, you have to repay, all right, for the unrighteousness that you have did. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to pay you devils back double.
Mm-hmm.
All right? He's going to pay you devils back double. All right?
You know, and those sinners, you know, this is 2/3, because you got to be a part of the nation of Israel to even sin.
All right. So, hey, I think we're good right there.
Yeah, you can stop right there.
All right. But, you know, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. We want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, and to the Bayah, the House of David. To the next time we say Shalom, Wa Abba Baba.